Thank you, Ed. Welcome, Julie.
Chair and fellow speakers, evaluating an A3, which is use of humour. This doesn't have to be comedy, as our chair mentioned, but it does need to include humour. This sits on top of all the other levels that have already been explored. This speaker started with a good salutation, which is always important in order to grab the audience's attention, make sure everybody's listening, especially the evaluator. So as I said, the speech needs to cover the previous levels, which are structure, beginning, middle and end, some gestures, use of vocabulary, tone of voice, speaking with conviction. These are the bedrock of a good speech. And the humour is woven into this. I enjoyed this speech, listening to essentially a story of a weekend in Newquay. And it started with, that's where my parents live and this is what happens, and we have regular phone calls. It touched my heart to hear that there were weekly calls, and also that clearing the garage was a good way of spending quality time. This line actually brought about a change of tone, and that made it that little more poignant. Rarely in a speech is helpful. However, in this speech, it was used very effectively. And I can see the speaker now wondering what on earth I'm talking about. It was used when it came to the might come in handy pile, and it was might come in handy pile. That allowed for a pause, making us realise that the speaker was also thinking about what were they going to do with this might come in handy pile. The speaker also used alliterations with the 5 P's, which unfortunately I can't remember, something to do with planning and preparing. Over this was the use of humour. This was subtle but still effective. Using things such as he was going to be able to be the understudy for an American sitcom, or seeing as the garage door opened up the full horror of the task. The commander-in-chief being his mother, and the blue-eyed boy, and also that may come in useful pile. And of course at the end saying that his father had the last laugh because he couldn't lift the chain that he was hoping to put in the skip. So overall, this was a story, narrative, that was told confidently, and it met the criteria of making us smile and think. It had a very good structure, the beginning, making it clear where the story was set, what was going to be happening, and ending with the garage door shutting and having to rescue the Commander-in-Chief. So, that means it did meet the criteria, and very well done to the speaker. We look forward to hearing more.